For over a year, the conflict between Ukraine and Russia has caused instability in the world. In this video, we'll explore how Turkey's military aid to Ukraine has impacted the ongoing conflict in the region. We'll discuss the role that Turkey has played in supporting Ukraine and how their involvement has altered the balance of power in the conflict. We'll also examine how Russia has responded to Turkey's intervention and what this means for the future of the region. Join us as we delve into the complexities of this ongoing conflict and explore the role that Turkey is playing in shaping the outcome. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia has been ongoing for over a year now. Russian President Vladimir Putin has referred to it as a special military operation, but it continues to cause instability in the world. Recently, both armies have been planning major offensives. The Russian army plans to encircle Kyiv for the second time, with the support of Belarus from the north. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian armed forces aim to clear both Donbas and Crimea from the Russian army. The partners in the war have reinforced the power of the Ukrainian armed forces, with almost all NATO countries, especially the US, providing necessary support to Ukraine. However, there are three countries, Israel, Poland, and Turkey, that need to be evaluated differently in terms of both strategic depth and extraordinary support. Poland plays a key role in the security of Eastern Europe, while Turkey appears as an ally of Ukraine as a geostrategic and political actor in terms of the Black Sea, the Mediterranean, the Caucasus, and the Balkans. Turkey's very special position makes it indispensable for both Ukraine and NATO, but it is also one of the biggest obstacles that Russia faces. When Russia first started its war against Ukraine, Turkey received praise from Ukraine and its Western allies for supporting Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. They provided armed drones and closed the Turkish straits to Russian warships. It also made diplomatic efforts to ease the grain blockade in the Black Sea. Turkey's supply has also changed the critical balances in the war. Turkish drones played an important role in deterring the Russian attack, enhancing Ukraine's defense capabilities. Additionally, the Kür-P mine-resistant ambush-proof heavy armored vehicles that Turkey delivered to the Ukrainian army were a game-changer in maintaining control of the terrain. Currently, the city of Bakhmut is of utmost importance in the ongoing conflict. Recently, Turkish armored vehicles arrived in Bakhmut and successfully pushed back the Russian troops who were trying to hold the outskirts of the city. Despite this setback, the Russian military still consider Bakhmut to be a highly significant location. But with the aid of Ukraine's powerful allies and the heroic efforts of its soldier, the Russians are being pushed back even from the outskirts. Thanks to Turkey's significant intervention, the Ukrainians have been able to gain control of nearly 90% of Bakhmut. Following Turkey's military support, Russian President Vladimir Putin found himself backed into a corner. The Kremlin statements regarding the continuation of Turkey's military support for Ukraine caused great concern, and Putin urgently sought support from Russia's allies. Unfortunately for Russia, they were unable to gain any success in Bakhmut aside from Slaviansk, which justified Putin's worries about Turkey's intervention. The use of Turkish military equipment has not only impacted the situation in Bakhmut, but has also altered the balance of power in the Donbas region. Due to Russia's heavy losses in Bakhmut, the Ukrainians now have a better chance to take control of Donetsk and Luhansk as well. Bakhmut offers a strategic view of both sides of the war, which makes it a critical location in the conflict. But Turkey's military aid to Ukraine should not come as a surprise to those who have been following the country's foreign policy in recent years. In 2019, Turkey was the only NATO member to intervene on behalf of the internationally recognized Libyan government against the Russia-backed Libyan National Army, led by Khalifa Haftar. Turkey's significant intervention prevented Russia from gaining a strong military presence on NATO's southern border. Most of the weapons that Turkey sent to the Ukrainian army were provided as donations, while the rest were sold at a significant discount. Turkey also provided mortar shells, artillery shells, and various types of ammunition to the Ukrainian army as part of its aid package. Turkey's contribution to help the Ukrainian army are not only an investment in its own national and regional security, but also play a critical role in deterring Russia's aggression not only in the Black Sea, but also towards the Mediterranean. It's important to note that their support for Ukraine has been highlighted by the NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg during his visit to Turkey. He emphasized the importance of Turkey's role in maintaining balance in Europe, particularly in relation to the ongoing conflict. What's interesting is that Turkey's support goes beyond the government's efforts. The Turkish private defense firm Bakhmut has used the $32 million it collected from Poland and Lithuania to aid Ukraine through humanitarian aid, defense, and reconstruction projects. Bakhmut also donated 5 Bayraktar TB2s to the Ukrainian army and gave them 24 mini Bayraktar reconnaissance UAVs. In addition to this, the Ukrainian government reported that they received about 15 more Bayraktar TB2s from Bakhmut for free, while 15 more were sold at a lower price. This military assistance from Turkey has not gone unnoticed by Russia, who have been seeking additional military support from its allies to counter Turkey's move. However, the Kremlin has not yet used Turkey's actions as a reason to impose sanctions. The use of Turkish military equipment in Ukraine has been a game changer in the conflict, making it more difficult for Russia to achieve its goals. Putin must be cautious not to overextend himself and damage Russia's relations with Turkey. Turkey has also played a vital role in mediating between Ukraine and Russia, easing tensions and advocating for peace in the region. This support is not only important for the region, but for the world as well. Ukraine's position in deterring Russia's aggression in the Black Sea and its power projection towards the Mediterranean makes Turkey's military aid an investment in its own national and regional security. And they are a crucial player because of its strategic and geopolitical position that allows it to control the transition to the Black Sea. President Erdogan and Turkey has been on the good side of NATO in their continuing support to Ukraine. But at the same time, they are being criticized for blocking the enlargement of the NATO countries. Many have been left wondering why Erdogan chose to block Finland and Sweden's efforts to join NATO. There have been many rumors about why Turkey has blocked their efforts. One of the rumors is by pleasing their relations to Russia and Vladimir Putin. The person who stands to gain the most from Turkey's veto on NATO enlargement is Putin. Although the Turkish-Russian relationship is complex and involves tensions, the Russian leader has leverage over Turkey. Turkey has advertised another military incursion into Kurdish-led areas in northern Syria. But since the areas in question are patrolled by Russian or Russian-allied Syrian troops, this requires Russian approval. Russia also provides Turkey with energy and is building a nuclear reactor in Akku, for which has recently provided Turkey with much-needed new financing. And the two countries are discussing a possible deferral of Turkish loan payments. Erdogan has been pursuing an increasingly transactional foreign policy in recent years, and by halting NATO enlargement, he is giving Putin what he wants. If it's a coincidence or not, we'll never know. In conclusion, the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia has caused instability in the region and the world for over a year now. However, with the help of its powerful allies, particularly Turkey, Ukraine has been able to push back against Russia's aggression. Turkey's unique strategic position and its support for Ukraine have altered the balance of power in the conflict, making it more difficult for Russia to achieve its goals. Turkey's military aid, including drones, armored vehicles, and ammunition, has been a game changer for Ukraine, allowing it to gain control of important locations such as Bakhmut. As we have mentioned earlier, the Ukrainians have managed to regain a lot of the Bakhmut region. And with that, we have a question for you regarding the support of Turkey. What do you think about Turkey's support for Ukraine? And do you think other countries should follow Turkey's example and provide similar aid? Let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content regarding the war between Ukraine and Russia.